109 degrees in Arizona. Tonight, we're doing our first ever generator test.
So this episode I'd like to call a torture test. We are definitely gonna put this thing to the test. We've never tried this before.
Here's the deal. We have some really big boondocking adventures coming up. So we really need this generator to handle the heat.
And what could go wrong?
Welcome to episode 5 in our summer series. Let's see if this generator can actually save us. The test starts now. So today we're putting our boondocking dreams and sanity on the line.
So we purchased this generator at Sam's Club. It was only $399. I sure hope that it meets all of our needs and powers our air conditioner. It should, mathematically speaking, it should, but I don't know if it will. There's two main reasons why I purchased this unit. Well, three actually. One was price. $399 is a pretty good deal for any generator. Two was the size. I wanted something that fits inside this box so I didn't have to put it inside the van. And three was it does actually have enough capacity to actually power the van and the air conditioner.
We hope.
We hope.
We literally have no idea.
It should. Like I said, mathematically speaking, it'll be fine. Our normal plug into the van.
Yep.
Then we're gonna actually string this around to the back. And since we are near a major road, I wanna put this over here so it's kind of out of sight.
And I'm interested to know, like, is it quiet? Is it loud?
All very, very good questions. Look at that fancy little deal. Actually, that was kind of ridiculous. It's pretty light. Now it does have an adapter, I believe. I looked up what this was and had, because I actually ordered one, but it came with it. But this is basically a twist lock to a 3-prong RV lock, or RV plug. But that's what's right here on the front. And then you just plug this cable directly into here. So the way that this is supposed to work is this goes to on, vents the gas tank, flick this over to choke. This is the first pull. Well, we shall see if that works. I don't know. Is our air conditioner running? Because it should automatically kick on once it's powered. Let's see. The air conditioner is supposed to be on and it's not. What's going on? 2 minutes of runtime. The shore power is not kicking on. Display for the inverter, what you're looking for is this is shore power and it's showing 0 volts, 0 volts. That tells me that it hasn't clicked over to shore power. So one option might be actually like shut everything off and try to get it to like reset itself. I've had this happen one other time. We have a transfer switch in the back and it wouldn't switch over between the power. But let me turn this off and unplug and then try that again. Just a second.
The air is on, but it's only because Bob just put the inverter on, which our battery in this van, oh my gosh, it's terrible. We'd get like a half an hour maybe. I'm very stressed out now. It's 106 degrees in here right now.
I promised there'd be lots of sweating and it's already started. Okay, let's go ahead and kick back on the 12 volt. It'll take a few seconds for everything to reboot. So now, just with the 12 volt system restarted, I'm going to try and plug back in the shore power because the generator does send power to the plug. I just hope I don't have to dig into the electrical system. So hang on.
It's hotter in here than it is outside.
Okay, it's plugged in. Normally takes a few seconds for it to like reset. I probably should have done that by now. It's not kicking on.
You think it's just not big enough?
No, something else is going on. Without having a shore power connection to actually like confirm that it's the generator, the only other option is for me to tear into the electrical system and actually check a couple things in there. I've had to do this before. It's not fun. Well, I think I know what the problem is. The issue is I don't know how to fix it. Our transfer switch inside the van, so that basically is what takes it from shore power, inverter power, manages all of that, detects an open ground on the shore power coming in. So because the generator is not grounded, it actually will never work. So we have to either ground the generator.
How do you do that?
Well, it does have a ground lug on it, but I don't know. I don't have anything to fix that. Not here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because we certainly don't have enough battery to make it last. But see right here, this ground lug, it says ground right here.
Yeah.
Nothing, it needs to go to something. To the store!
Thankfully, okay, the owners, we'll tell you more about this place later, but the owners are out of town and they gave us the gate code, thankfully, so we can come and go. We'll see you guys at Home Depot.
So while I was looking for a Home Depot, I ended up finding an Ace Hardware like literally right down the street. So we stopped in there. I got a piece of cable to ground it and some clamps. Hopefully we can put these together to make a grounding strap for the generator. It's only 99 degrees in here. Let's see if I have all of the right tools to do this. Now, all I need to do is clip this onto the generator, and I actually have a magnet that I'm going to use to hook this to the metal pole that's next to us. Oh man, sweating. I just realized I didn't use this last time when I plugged in. I normally do. I mean, I would say 99% of the time I use this, but I figured it's a generator. I don't need to use this because I know the power's good. Well, if I would have used it, it would have told me. It's got the little lights right here. It would have told me open ground. So wouldn't have solved the problem, but it would have been easier to diagnose. So this time I will use it and then confirm that my ground is good. You see? Right here, it's not giving, that's not working. Hold on, I'm gonna pull out in front of traffic here. All right, made it out of there safe. All right, here's the lowdown. I think we figured out the problem. The generator has something like, I forget what it's called, like a floating ground or neutral. Long story short, we need to have a neutral bonded ground plug in order for the transfer switch in the van to not see the open ground and then therefore not charge or like work from the shore power. So for the last, I don't know, hour and a half or so, we have been going to every like hardware store that we could find. So first we went to Ace Hardware. They were super nice, but wasn't able to find it there. We then ran over to Camping World because, well, you know, they have RV and generator stuff. Thought they might have something. Of course they didn't. And then our last stop, we went to Home Depot, and I thought about, I'll be honest, making one, but I really didn't feel comfortable with it. And so we actually have ordered the correct part, and it has a fuse in it, and it is very nice, but we won't have that for a couple days. So in the meantime, we're gonna head back to the Harvest Host. We're gonna have some dinner. We're gonna run our air conditioning off our batteries. We're gonna test those, see how long that runs. We do have our Bluetti, which we can also run a fan off of to try to keep us cool for a little while. And we're going to use all of that to see how cool we can get the van and see if we can sleep here tonight. And the reason that this testing is so important is because we have something big coming up, and these are exactly the tests that we need to be doing to get things in working order.
Okay, so sadly, they're closed, which makes sense. If it wasn't closed, look how cool it would look. Yeah, so like with Harvest Host, what you would do is you would come in here and you would spend like, you know, minimum of $30 to like say thank you for letting us stay here. That's cool. So this place is called Mother Nature's Farm. It's an animal sanctuary, so we're gonna go and try and find the animals. But the number one reason why we picked this place was because you can have a generator, because we wanted to try it. But the number two reason was because it was highly rated. Fun spot for families with children. Our kids really enjoyed being around the various animals. The property is large and secure. The host accommodated us by placing us in the most shaded area due to the heat.
I'm not sure if we're in the right spot.
I don't know either. I don't think we are.
No, we're looking for the gate.
Yeah, how do we get in to see the farm animals?
I'm Bruce.
Bruce, I'm Bob.
Bob, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Hillary.
Hillary, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You can see your van.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So just make a left.
Okay, so that made this worth it.
Yeah.
We met Bruce, he lives here, and he just led us through the store and on a little path, and now he told us where to go see all the animals. So, and this place has only been open for 3 months. There's already been 125 reviews left.
Wow.
And they're very fast responding. I think they responded within like 10 minutes to me. And they've been texting me. So all in all, this is an amazing Harvest Host. And the only bad part is our fault. Wow. Oh, hi guys. We have no food, I'm so sorry. All these animals have been brought to us for one reason or another. Some come fat, some come skinny, some come requiring medical attention. We make sure all of our sanctuary animals are happy and well cared for here at their forever home.
I hear some geese or ducks.
It's a fun place. It's just, there's hay rides. Oh, stop it.
Look at the turkeys. Follow me, Hillary. We shall hide from the wild animals.
Those ducks were chasing us.
Why are you over here all by yourself?
Did they kick you out?
I love how they just like stand there. If you don't move, they won't see you.
Come here. It's hot, guys. What degrees is it? I have 98 degrees right now with a low of 87.
Wow.
I don't think this is gonna work, but we're gonna try it.
We're gonna give it a try. Let's cool down the van.
Yeah. So we're cheating. We went to Costco today.
Definitely cheating.
Or no, this is when I bought the generator from Sam's Club.
Something.
Chicken pesto panini with pesto ranch sauce cups.
Here, I'm gonna use this as my plate.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that is good.
Here is our current state of charge on the Baltimore is showing 31%. That's not good. On the inverter, at 120 volts, so our air conditioner is pulling about 1,000 watts. And I actually don't have a measurement for how much power the alternator is putting back into the batteries. So yeah, we have the van actually on and running, so it's cooling the cab. We have the air conditioner running in the back and it's cooling the bed area. So it's actually, I would say, comfortable.
Yeah, except for we have 29% of...
We're down to 29 now?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
28. Like, this is not gonna
We're
work.
fading fast.
We're fading fast. I'd be interested to know how it feels without this on.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Here, we'll just leave this set up here. It says it's 89. I don't know where the temperature sensor's at for the air conditioner in the back, but 89 degrees inside. We have it set to 70.
And we have 26% left battery.
That's not good. This is good though.
Even with the air conditioner right now, it's so hot back here. I'll sit here until the air dies and then decide what to do.
Where's my fan? There it is. All right, so as you guys can see, my little fan on, trying to circulate some air, plugged into the Blue Eddy, which is fully charged. We just turned this on to try to cool things down, get some airflow, but I don't know if you can see these temperatures. Look at these temperatures. 102 outside and it's 82 in here. Yikes. We're in the danger zone, folks. We now have 10% state of charge. We are using 1,000 watts at 120 volts. Oh boy. We're not going to make it through the night. So it's been 2 days. Let me catch you up on everything that we've been up to. So the last time you saw us, we were at a harvest host and we were struggling to get our generator to work properly. So as you guys saw, we tried going to so many different stores. We went to Ace, we went to Home Depot, we went to Camping World, looking for a neutral bonding ground plug. I had never even heard of that before this trip, but we needed that to get our generator to work with the van. We are actually here waiting on a part to arrive from Amazon so that we can give this a test and see if it works. So ideally, you plug the neutral bonding ground plug in here, you plug our RV power cable into here, and voila, everything will work. So we think.
So you might be wondering where we're at. Well, because we needed to order something from Amazon because we couldn't find it anywhere. Like, let us know. Have you ever bought one of these? And if you have you bought it at a store? We literally looked everywhere. And finally, the only place we could find to get it here in 2 days was Amazon. We ordered what we think is gonna work. But yeah, we had to come back to the house and wait for this very important part to show up.
So it's still 105. And just like we started this episode saying there's probably going to be a lot of sweating, I'm betting there's going to be a lot of sweating today as well. This is what we've been waiting for. So let me tell you a little bit about this. You can actually make these, and Hillary and I went to the hardware store and we considered it, or at least I did, but she wasn't very comfortable with it. And I can kind of understand why. So this one is actually fused. So if there's a problem, it'll pop the fuse and then it won't work. This, what we've been waiting for. Let's go stand in the shade, fire this thing up. Let's do this first. We're gonna open the vent, turn on the choke. Yes. We're gonna test the ground right here with this device. If we don't get these two green lights right here, then it's not gonna be working. I'm so excited. It actually works. That's amazing. We have power.
And we never did before?
Well, we didn't have the ground.
Okay.
So let's go test it.
It sounds like a motorcycle. The air is working.
Yeah, it's working. It does kind of rev, kind of funny. We can turn that off so that it stays steady.
Okay.
So we're on the other side of the van, and you can hear it, but it's not too bad.
I don't think this is gonna work for what we need it to work for because it's too loud.
You think it's too loud?
I did not know generators were that loud.
Not all of them are gonna be that loud. It's gonna depend on how much money you spend. Quieter ones will be more expensive.
You think? Okay. This is very concerning to me. I never want to be the one to have a loud generator, which I guess you would turn it off by like 10 p.m., right? Like the rules, the like etiquette rules say, but still all the way till 10 just to cool off. You wouldn't be able to run it overnight if you had people by you.
I'm checking to see if it has anything in here about how loud it is. I don't see anywhere on here, maybe in the manual, but I don't see anywhere where it says how loud it is.
It says it'll work for 9 hours, but I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, at 25% load.
So what does that mean?
Probably about, I would say 3 to 4 hours with the way we're running it right now. Well, I'm actually impressed that we got it to work. That was very exciting. I am glad that we were able to figure out to get a generator for a pretty reasonable price.
Yeah.
Get it to work.
Yeah.
Even though it took us a couple of days and honestly was a little frustrated, but we made it all work. And I'm glad we tested that out. So now that we know that that is a real option that we can do.
There was 2 reasons why we went with this one. The first being the price, $3.99.
Yes, for sure.
And it's saying it could do up to 9 hours. Mm-hmm. The other reason we bought this one, which is a big, big reason. Do you know what it is?
Because it fits in the box.
Yeah. So is the size. We need something small enough to fit in the box back there so we can travel with it.
Yep.
So my only concern is the noise level. I just don't think you could pull up to a Walmart and get that generator out. I mean, you could until like a certain time, and then you'd have to turn it off. You literally could not run this overnight.
Yeah, it would be loud and annoying overnight. That's for sure.
Yeah.
There are other options out there. You can spend significantly more money, get a dual fuel, so then it's propane, so it would be a little bit quieter. Oh. So I mean, personally, I like propane because we already have a system. You could just plug into that.
Yeah.
But I didn't like the price tag that went along with some of those.
Okay.
And then trying to find something that still fits inside the box, it does really limit you. Unless you want to pay a lot of money. Like there are some really, really nice generators out there, but I've seen them for like $2,000. I'm like, no, that's not happening.
If you guys have any recommendations, let us know because we're actually about to leave on a trip to test this out. Yeah, this is an interesting turn of events. I can honestly say I never expected to not be able to just plug a generator into a van or an RV and it just doesn't work. It makes sense now that we've done our actual research. Right. It totally makes sense why it didn't work, and it's for safety purposes, and it's something I'm glad is in place.
Yes.
So, but I hope that you guys learn from us. As always, learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, that's right. We make the mistake so you don't have to.
Yeah, can we coin that? No.
Yeah. Oh, one thing.
Oh.
I also want to thank everybody for all of your comments and everything that you've left trying to help me out with the water system.
Yes.
I've done quite a bit of digging into it, looking at it, trying a couple of things. I think I have a solution, but we didn't have time in this video to share with you, so stay tuned. Next video, I will kind of run through what I've done and kind of how the state of things with the water system.
It's hotter than heck. I'm sweating profusely.
Yep, I definitely delivered on the sweating front. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
So
sorry that we didn't get to spend the night in the van on camera, running and testing the generator. That was what we were going to do, and we didn't get to do it in this video. The next video, that is what we're going to do.
Yeah. So until next time.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.